perfect religion and how to find it. The perfect religion is to look after widows and orphans, meaning to look after those lowly ones in society who are in need. But many of our brothers and sisters still have yet to discover that self-sacrificing spirit, because they want it all. They want to eat their cake and have it all. They make sure their lives are okay, that their lives are comfortable, they have what they need, and forsake others who are lesser than themselves, others in society who are in need, others who don't even know what they're going to have to eat that day, others who don't know where they're going to sleep that day, or whatever the need may be. The true son or daughter will forsake their own life. They will surrender their own lives for the sake of others. And they will do it with a pure heart, out of pure love, to make sure that others are better off than themselves. And this is the true heart of God that they have. Those true sons and daughters. They don't seek the things of the world. They don't seek to have the best of everything. They don't go to the expensive shops and buy the best of things. They don't spend their lives wandering around shopping malls looking at what they're going to buy next. The next new free piece, the next new washing machine, the next new car. They're walking in their own security because they're comfortable in their lives. They've got money to throw away on holidays and buying this, that and the other. But they haven't got money, a pound to spare, to make sure someone is going to eat that day. This is how you become perfect. You become perfect by surrendering all things when the need and the occasion arises, for the sake of your brothers and sisters. Many of our brothers and sisters around the world are being persecuted, murdered, tortured. They're starving. They have nowhere to sleep. They have nothing. And yet many of our brothers and sisters in the West are too busy going on, spouting off of how they know the Lord. But by their fruits, by their actions, you will know who the true sons and daughters are. These ones have surrendered everything. They've surrendered the world. They don't look to the world. They don't want the whole portion of the cake. They are satisfied with what they had, with what they have, no matter how little or how much. But most Christians, or many Christians, in these affluent countries, don't give their brothers and sisters in other countries a second thought. Their heart is not burning for their deliverance. They're not taking the steps needed to make sure their little brothers and sisters and their families have enough food, because they need to buy a new free piece. If you don't have love, then you have nothing. You don't have Christ if you don't have love. You can spout off as much as you like about how much you know, how much has been revealed. And this is why you follow false teachers and false prophets, because it tickles your ears. But you don't want to do what is necessary to become Christ-like. And to become Christ-like is to have the same mental attitude as the Lord. He had nowhere to lay his head. He didn't seek the things of the world. He made sure others were better off than him. And so you are rebuked. You that are sitting in your comfortable homes with your central heating and your double glazing windows and your nice shiny car in the driveway. You are rebuked from the word that comes out of your mouth, because the word that comes out of your mouth makes you a hypocrite. And so by the fruits of our lips we are known. What is in our heart comes out. And so if we say to our brother, who may not know what he's eating or where he's sleeping that day, go in peace, without making sure they've been seen to, then the fruits of your lips are obsolete. Your faith is obsolete. The double-edged sword that is being displayed is revealing the true sons and daughters. And the true sons and daughters wait patiently upon the Lord. They are humble in spirit. They walk in spirit and truth. They have no need of anything else. They only seek to lift up others, especially those related to them in the faith. Woe be to you, woe to you. Again I say, woe to you who reject your brothers and sisters in Christ, who this very day may be hungry, may be cold, may be thirsty, may not have nowhere to sleep. Woe to you that spend their lives spouting off the scriptures and how much they love the Lord, yet reject their own brothers and sisters. Woe to you ones who claim to belong to Christ, yet in the blink of an eye will walk past a brother or sister in Christ who is in need, especially those who are hungry, without a roof over their head, and in need of clothing. Woe to you. Your faith is obsolete. If you want to be perfect, if your faith wants to be perfected, if you want to be Christ-like, if you want to proclaim the Lord is in you, then your fruitage must be displayed. And in love, you will do those things. And you will do those things not because you have to. You'll do those things because your heart is yearning and burning for your brothers and sisters wherever they are in the world. And your neighbours, that they may be lifted up. But most of us are trying to exalt ourselves. Most of us are trying to justify ourselves. Most of us are trying to tell others of how much we love the Lord. Woe to you. Do not make yourself a hypocrite. If you want to be perfect, look after the widows and orphans. In other words, look after those who are in need. There are many people in need. And so the Lord is calling you and asking you. The double-edged sword is being displayed and swung against all those that say they are in the Lord. And the revealing of the heart is surely being seen. And the hypocrites will be seen. and the works will be seen also. Truly I tell you, you will know who belongs to Christ. They will have love amongst themselves, and that love encompasses you surrendering all. And if need be, giving all of your possessions to someone else to share out. Giving of your time. For someone else in need. There's always a need. And this is how you become Christ-like. By surrendering your life for another in this way. The reality of the true walk of faith needs to be spoken, needs to be said, needs to be proclaimed. And those who are walking in the delusion, thinking they can spout a few words and then it's okay, are walking in a delusion, their own delusion. Your job is to surrender your life, to surrender all that you are, all of this world, for others. Then you will be perfect.